So I think what I was saying was that we wanted to get like some episodes under us, and so like for the sound first off, and secondly for us to feel more comfortable. I mean, because I've never been behind a camera or in front of a camera and doing this and hearing my own voice. Like, you got to get used to it. I don't know if you've done it or what, but I just felt like we wanted to make sure that whatever we're really going to put out there, like once we start going to the different formats and just the podcasting without the video and stuff like that, I just wanted to make sure that our sound was good and that at least you and I felt comfortable enough to be able to carry ourselves, and then invite that third person so we can start having some interviews and some cool dialogue with people that you guys are going to be very happy to know, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
We got some pretty awesome people lined up.
We definitely need to get a third person in here because I think it'll make it a little bit more interesting. But yeah, I agree. We needed to kind of, we still need to hone our skills, but
we still got a long way to go.
But we're 100% better than we were.
Yeah.
And please, there's a lot of other people that have tried podcasting, and believe me, we sound pretty good. I've listened to new podcasts all over.
Well, at the very least, right? If you're gonna do something, you got to believe in yourself, and obviously we believe in ourselves by what we're saying. I mean, you guys can hear it.
Yeah,
we believe in it. So whatever, we're gonna keep on going. We're gonna keep on doing our thing, and we're gonna definitely invite that third guest. You know, that mic. We're gonna have to use that mic, and I have, as well as you have. A lot of ideas of who we're going to be inviting and stuff like that.
We tried in the last episode. We tried to drag in Brett, but now
that was more impromptu though than
but
than
now
scheduled.
He's banned.
Yeah, now he's banned. Yeah, he's not allowed.
He's not allowed in here.
Now he's in this place where we get to talk about him.
Exactly.
And he doesn't get to defend himself on the mic.
I won't tell you what he told me earlier. Damn him.
Oh man.
Little freak. Yeah, so I just wanted to bring that up early because usually we go to the end of the podcast and kind of do that. And I just wanted to bring that up because I know a lot of you check in, but sometimes don't finish all the way through, which is all right. Hey, I'm cool with that. But just make sure you hit like. Okay. Must-haves. What is your must-have? What is the thing that you go, I don't know. How do I put this? My must-have, I always got to have an upgraded phone. A must-have, I got to have a must-have, Dude, and I know you. You've got some...
What does that mean?
You got some quirky little things that you must have.
What does that mean? I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, he's got a purse.
I have a satchel. We'll talk about that later, but I do have a satchel that I love very much. And by the way, some of my favorite movies are Indiana Jones.
Yeah! And The Hangover.
It's not a purse, it's a satchel.
Indiana Jones.
That's funny. No, but that's not a must-have. I can absolutely do without that. I can do without a whole lot of stuff, actually.
Really?
I can. The whole simple man thing, it's actually real.
See, I get consumed with crap.
Yeah?
I do. And that's just, I think that's kind of like my ADD. I get consumed, gotta have that, gotta have this, It was like earpods. I never thought of getting earpods. Now this is a must-have for me.
Really?
Yeah, why didn't I ever do this before? I didn't until Abel was like, oh, we need you to have earpods so you can be mobile when you're doing it. And I was like, all right, I'll
It's for teaching for the hybrid program that we have where they could see them
for
at
the
home.
Zoom classes.
For the Zoom classes.
And which I get it, and it's not a big deal. But now it's how did I live without them? It's
Oh, that's good. I'm glad that you like
you
that.
know what I mean? It's I will, this is a must-have.
So I think this is
bubbly that somebody better have better.
This is a must-have in this room to do this for sure.
You know what? I'm gonna figure out a way. I gotta find out who distributes publicly, and I'm gonna write them and tell them
we're dying in this boiler room,
and that we've mentioned them now several times.
More than several.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny. So must-haves. And I think that this is more a Southern California thing rather than an Abel thing. But your vehicle has to be like what you want, because it's an extension of your home, and it's an extension of you. That's how I see it in Southern California. Other cities like New York, maybe San Francisco and stuff, not so much. I get it. or even cities like San Diego, where like just the public transportation and where everything's walking distance. Not for us though. Like the way we're built here in Huntington Beach and the rest of Southern California, or most of Southern California, is you got to drive somewhere. You got to drive to work. You got to drive to the store. You got to drive for groceries. To go.
What's up?
What's happening, man?
It's go time.
Oh, hey, what do you? If you had to guess, what do you think the temperature is in here right now?
It's pretty damn hot. Dude.
It's so hot.
It's not just hot in here; it's humid in here.
No, it's not that it's humid. You know what it is? It's just dead air. It's been like this room is locked up and closed and off limits for everybody.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. It's just like stagnant.
It doesn't get aired out.
Because I'm in a warehouse all day, and it gets like 98 degrees in there. But this is a different kind of like. I'm moist.
The good thing is that word is so wrong. I don't know why I don't like that word. But
I'm very moist.
But the good thing is that we have Bubbly that will sponsor us soon, and we're gonna go ahead and enjoy a cold and room temperature Bubbly because I'm such a good friend, and I gave him the cold one, and I got a room temperature.
I offered. First.
You did?
I did. I offered first.
Yep.
That better happen, dude. Somebody better hook us up because we give this company way too much time.
That's funny, man. So what's up, man? How you doing?
Not much, man. How you doing? You've been busy, dude.
Yeah.
You've been real busy. I've been like waiting for content. I've been waiting for what's up, dude? This is the boiler room. We keep it real here.
We do keep it real.
What's going on?
So.
Man? What's going on? I know you're trying to make your wife happy, but come on.
So listen,
man.
Gloria's birthday.
We're trying to make $1 here.
Trying to make $1 out of 15 cents.
Trying to turn $1, man.
Hey, so Gloria's birthday, Father's Day, my birthday, my brother's anniversary, my anniversary. It's just on and on. I skipped 4th of July in between there.
Dang, man.
It's a lot, dude.
That's a lot.
And,
dude, who would have got married between their birthdays, dude?
Well, and the thing is too,
you didn't think about that when you were getting married.
And the thing is too is like,
we'll have our birthdays and we'll look so great, and then all of a sudden 10 years later you're like, holy cow, we're stressed out because there's so much crap to do.
Well, the thing is too is that through all the COVID stuff, like we're doing a lot too to keep the business open and keep everybody
you're here a lot.
Busy.
I get it. I'm giving you crap. Dude.
I know you are. But it's okay because it keeps me on track and it keeps me working,
Well, next Tuesday I ain't going to be around here because it'll be my 20th anniversary. So
all of a sudden,
nothing, dude. 20 years is some time.
You know what you could do is instead of coming on Tuesday, you can come on the weekend or Monday.
Weekend, I've always wanted to come on the weekend.
Hey, listen.
I walk in these doors on the weekend and it's, where's Abel? Cricket.
Hey.
Cricket.
Rain or shine.
Cricket.
So I'm here.
Go into his office. Where's Abel?
Hey, we'll see. We'll see if he shows up on the weekend for a podcast.
4:44.
To make up for the one that he's gonna miss.
We got 3 in the books, dude.
That's nothing, man. That's nothing.
You gotta step up.
You know how many movies Disney has? You know how many records these big record companies have in the vault? Come on, man. We need more. We need more.
I do agree with that, but one day ain't gonna kill us.
That's how it starts. Slippery slope.
That's what I'm saying. He started it last week. I'll take it off.
Hey, so how was your 4th of July, dude?
Boring as hell.
What?
Man. First time ever. Really boring. We didn't do anything.
No, it wasn't. I don't think it was boring. It's just that you're so used to, like, your 4th of July's are insane.
Yeah, I go all day for 4th of July.
So I think that's what made the difference.
And this year I was just like twiddle. Didn't, we didn't do anything. We put our flags up, got it all, our house looking all sharp, and then all of a sudden we're just like looking at each other like, what are we doing? We didn't do anything,
You didn't make yourself any adult beverages or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, I was pretty drunk by about 5 o'clock.
It's my fault, dude. I asked. It's my fault. That's what I get for asking.
So what happened was, and you know how this is, every man knows how this is, if you drink. I don't really indulge a lot, but there's times, like, this Saturday, put up the canopy, made the outside look nice. Hey,
were you in the front or the back?
I was in the back, but put up some decorations up front. Hey, I'll get a beer.
While you're working?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Hey, I'll go get a beer. Hey, I'll get a beer. 3 o'clock. Hey, I'm grilling.
And you probably started early too.
Yep.
Like doing housework early.
Housework, yeah. And, grilling, beer.
This is how hot it is, guys. I'm like glimmering right now.
Yeah, look at that. Next thing you know, and then he bought me some whiskey a couple weeks ago.
Let's just make it official, dude. This is the boiler room. Let's just make it official.
I can't see you because I'm sweating. My glasses are getting fogged.
Hey, you know what? We're not stopping.
Hey, you know what? I think it's a good. We'll see how hot. Dude, we're going to do this until like December, and then December is going to be freezing cold in here.
It's going to be awesome. No, it's going to be good.
In here, it ought to feel good in here, actually.
We're like two polar bears. That's what we should name the podcast. Two polar bears in the cave.
two grizzlies.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so, next thing you know, I hit the whiskey, too.
Oh, the one I got you?
Yeah,
how was it? You probably don't even remember now because you were...
it was good. It was delicious. I wasn't but by 10 o'clock at night...
It was bourbon when I got him.
Yeah.
No.
Maker's Mark.
Maker's Mark. It was a 46.
Yeah. It was good. It was very good. I enjoyed it.
Cool. Right on.
It didn't mix, though, with the beer.
No, of course no.
So the next morning, dude...
You probably didn't even clear your palate, right? I'm telling you, you probably didn't even taste it.
No, because you know what? I was like... cooking, eating, and the beer just goes right over my head. And I was like,
whatever.
But that was good and went right to me. Gave me a nice little head change. Woke up the next morning. I was like,
oh, you had a headache?
Yeah, what's up with this headache?
That's
and then
good,
what it was is I knew what it was.
Well,
I just didn't drink enough water, and I was outside. And
it was hot, too.
And it was hot.
Yep.
And I was
That's not good,
mixing my alcohols.
That's not good. When you wake up like that, it's just not even worth it, dude.
No, it's horrible.
Yeah,
especially when you
sucks.
get my age, everything hurts and it doesn't feel good.
No, it's not worth it.
So, what'd you guys do for your birthday, man? What'd you guys do?
So,
bow chicka bow wow.
So for 4th of July, well, it's I don't know, like all the celebrations kind of mix, right? Like the birthday and the 4th of July and the Father's Day, everything just kind of mixes. But we've been really just enjoying our house, like just. It's crazy how much your kids miss you. Like during the week, like for you guys that have kids and you work and both parents work, if you really listen to your kids, like they miss you, man. Like they miss us. They miss parents. They have a lot of people that love them around them, teachers and maybe caregivers and all that. But man, those 2 days that we're home, like just solid home with them, they just eat it up, man. Both of them do. My 3 and 1 year old.
Well, especially
I can see it.
At that age, dude, their age right there, that's like the age where they just want to hang on to you, and like you're so important to them.
Yeah, Jimena's like just like hanging on me, right? Like just like wants to hold me, and she's like, she tells me in Spanish, "Abrázame," hug me, and so like I'll hold her up, right? And then she says, "Papi, I'm so happy, I miss you," and I'm just like,
that's like a
yeah, man. It's just like she's telling me like, dude, I need to see you more.
Get your ass home, man. You're doing podcasts and stuff like that.
Working and all. And it's hard because, like, once you get used to, you guys hear me say this all the time, but seriously, like, you get used to the 12-hour days, you feel like your days are too short. You don't feel like you have enough time.
So let me put it to you this way, dude. Those days where you feel like that and you get that love, instant, like, gratitude from your kids. Dude, my kids are older now. And they're like, they miss me and do whatever, but... It's definitely different than when they were little guys, man. Because now it's like, okay, good seeing you. Okay, I got my own thing to do.
I don't think it's really like that, dude. I bet you they think about you all the time. I bet you they do. Because look, with my parents, okay, so like my brother is the one that like calls home. Literally every day he will call my parents.
That's how I was with my mom.
And see, for me, I'm not built that way. Like, I'll take their calls. Anytime they call, I'll go hurry up and if I don't reach it, like to answer on time, I'll dial them back or whatever, like I love hearing from them, but I'm not built that way. I'm not built to like reach out to them. I know they're okay.
That's because you're the younger child.
Man. Yeah, maybe. I've said this before. I believe in God and like I pray for them all the time. I know they're doing well. I know that my dad's doing stuff that he loves. I know that my mom's safe. I know that they're stable.
And the Panther.
I know that they're like stable, and I know that they're healthy, and I don't need to call them every day.
That's a good thing.
But I think about them all the time. So this is what I was trying to get at. Like even though your kids don't reach out to you, you'd be surprised how much they think of you, man.
I'm
of
hoping.
I think of my dad and I think of my mom all the time. Like throughout the day, I'll do something that reminds me of them. Well, maybe I should let them know more, but I'm just like I said, I'm just not built that way. But I do think about them all the time.
I'd have to agree with that. Yeah, I think about my parents all the time.
Yeah.
One, I'm wondering what my stepdad's getting into because he's always into trouble. Two, I miss my mom tremendously. She was the biggest influence in my life too. So that was a huge thing. But yeah, I definitely.
But Jacko put something up the other day.
God damn.
Yeah, it's really hot today. Jacko put something up today, and he said like it was like a picture of a phone call, like how your screen on your phone, and it said like mom, and then it said dad, and it said if you still get these 2 calls, then you're like the wealthiest or richest man.
You're pretty lucky, dude. I haven't. I've never taken off. I have like 3 text messages from my mom.
Dude. That's so cool.
The last 3 days before she passed, and I kept those text messages. Somebody else has her number now. I've tried calling it and somebody pick up or something. It's a trip when somebody new gets like your number and they call you by accident, like, and it comes up as mom, and it's like, whoa, that's a trip, dude. I've had that happen twice, and both times it was just random people.
Did it catch you off guard?
Caught me, like, threw me for a loop, dude. But it was also times where it was like, I needed to kind of like
snap out of it.
Yeah.
That was mama.
It was mama. My mom's that way, dude. My mom will haunt me till I friggin' die, dude. I wouldn't say haunt me, but she's always the one who told me, if your dad gets a girlfriend and I pass away, you better tell him to go to hell. And or my mom was like, took me to the gravesite. When I'm here, you better come here. Dude, I'm the only one that visits the gravesite, cleans it, does whatever. Like, I go every couple months. I was going every weekend for a long time. But no, my mom was like, I will strike you down if you don't remember me. Like,
smite you.
She was that way, dude. She was that way. My brother and my dad don't really give two craps about it.
Hey, so what'd you do about the phone calls? Like when they came in, did you answer?
That was weird. Yeah, I did answer.
Oh, you did?
I did. I was tripping.
Yeah,
I thought maybe my brother had a number, or because we never knew where her cell phone went or whatever. So it just so happens somebody was just randomly
they have the number.
They had the number now, and they for whatever reason and called me. I don't know how that happened, but it happened twice. So that was really weird, dude. Yeah,
I almost want to. I don't know, like the part of me that loves you wants to say sorry, but at the same time, it's kind of cool. No.
No. Believe me, it's cool. I never thought of it
because it almost makes you like check yourself. Like oh dang.
Look at that. Those are all my mom's text messages.
Oh, that's really cool, man.
Look at that. That even shows like the room number she's gonna be in the hospital and stuff like that. Dude, I go through this like.
That's cool.
All the time.
Right on.
Just to like.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm gonna lose it. That's what I
have on my voicemail. I have my brother. I have Paul. I have my parents, both my parents, and I have my nieces. They left me for my birthday.
Oh, nice.
Like, a while back. This is years back. Like throughout the years, called me and saying either happy birthday or las mañanitas for my birthday. Like throughout the last 4 years or so.
Yeah.
And I still have those saved. So I have Paul sang me a cool song for my birthday like 3 years ago or 4 years ago. I still have it. And I have my dad and my mom, and I have
That's cool.
my nieces.
I did have a voicemail for my mom, but somehow I erased it.
Yeah, those are kind of scary because when I'm erasing them, you know how you could hit like delete all, and you can easily forget that you have that there. And so I always freak out a little bit because I just like it.
I think that's what happened to mine. I was like just clearing out, and then later I was like, no. So you get any gifts or anything, dude?
No, not really. We're supposed to celebrate today's my anniversary, right?
How many years?
10 years. 10 years.
You're still honeymooners.
Yeah, 10 years, and we've been together for 12 or 13 years, something like that. Yeah, around there. Yeah,
damn.
Something like that. Yeah, around there. I'm not a big date keeper.
You're a romantic guy, though.
Oh, man, I love hard, but yeah, I'm not a date keeper though. I'm not the person that does like little detail stuff.
You'd be surprised. I'm
look at the big picture.
I'm not really a romantic guy, but I'm a like sensitive guy. So like.
Oh man, let's talk about sensitive, man. I got some stories about this guy being sensitive.
I I'm a sensitive guy. I don't know where it ever came from. It just
Being sensitive is cool, man. I mean, you know, to an extent, like you know, I mean, you have to have. Oh man, it's so, I'm sorry, guys. You're gonna hear us say it's so hot, or watch us wipe our eye. Like I'm getting sweat in my eyes. I'm like, you're all blurry.
I had to take my glasses off. I couldn't see you anymore, dude. My eyes are sweating.
Hey, but you know what? Even through this sweat and through this heat and through this like uncomfortable like. Heat,
I'm not crying either, dude.
I'm not crying. You're crying. I'm not crying. We're still so blessed to be able to do this, though, man. I ain't complaining.
See, I'm trying to read the damn paper.
Oh, I'll read it for you. What's happening at the studio?
Yeah, what's up, dude? What's going on at the studio?
Hey, you know what? So we asked. So it's like a upward battle, like an uphill battle with like the COVID regulations and.
It's like a crazy upswing. Too.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's like people are scared because of the media and everything they're listening to, and as they should be. This is a serious thing, but there's also like that point where it's so much, it's so overwhelming. People are overly connected to media, social media, any type of media, and this is all they're hearing, right? It's tough. It's an uphill battle to like try to grow the business right now and get back to where we were. Before COVID, so we're just trying to make back what we kind of lost, the footing that we lost, and that will make us healthier, right? As a group, and as a business. But it's tough, you know. But yesterday it's kind of cool because yesterday we had 4 signups. Today we had 1 sign up. So that's 5 signups within 2 days, and we have appointments for people to come and do their free trial. You know, did 2 free classes.
That's cool that people are actually starting.
Yeah, man. So what happened is that I asked the instructors and I asked the parents because we have a big kids program. I said, hey guys, you know, I never ask you guys to do this stuff. I never bother you guys with it, but we need some help. You know, like over the 3 months that we were closed, there were some parents that lost their jobs and stuff like that. So we lost some of that income because they had to put their accounts on hold. I said, but I'm counting on you guys to maybe spread the word if you guys can. Please bring friends. Show how clean we are. Show all the precautions we're taking. Show all the steps that we're taking to keep everybody safe, and we get to show them what we do, you know, and what we offer here. And people have been doing it. Like it's really cool that the parents just step up. You know, the adult program as well. People bringing friends or cousins and stuff like that. It's really cool, man. I really appreciate it.
That is very cool.
Yeah, because they are they're the biggest tool we have. You know what I mean?
I agree, man. You've heard me preaching it at my classes. Hey, bring somebody with you. Yeah, come over here.
And it's helping, man. Like, so we have all our our white belts and stuff like that for like the kids program. On top, we have a storage area on the 2nd floor, and it's cool because now Christina's coming over and she says, "Hey, Mr. Abel, can I have a size whatever, size 1, size 3, or whatever?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is nice, man. Like
good.
It feels like." Something normal because before we were signing up, 10 people a month, like no problem, like whatever, like that's just a normal thing. And now it's like I said, it's like we're starting to get the word out and battle, not only getting people here, but like through the COVID stuff. Like there's people that are genuinely, scared to go out, and I understand it, but I feel like we're running a tight ship. And I feel like people would be safe here. And
I think if you can maintain, I think it's still going to last a little while.
Oh, yeah, I think so, too.
Yeah, from what I've heard, just with friends who know a lot in their science industry, and they're like, at least to January, so...
Yeah,
I think as long as we can hang...
Gloria and I have spoke, and we made the decision a long time ago. Like, we're going to see this through, and... like for the last 3 months, I'm not paying myself. I mean, it's no secret. The team knows that. We want to make sure that we get to pay the lease and we get to pay the employees. We want to keep the team together. You know what I mean? And we're okay with that because we know that there's a future in this. We know that, and we believe in the community that we've built.
Hey, with that being said, though, check this out. This is kind of why we started the podcast. Is because one, it gave us something to do. We're both guys who are antsy. And then with the quarantine, all this stuff happening in the studio, we were like, hey, let's build something new, different.
Therapy was getting expensive, and this saves us both money.
And But let's grind on something different that can add to something else, and maybe we can make something out of this. Yeah. We both think we're going to make something out of this. So if you believe in us, hit the like button. Always share it.
Subscribe.
On YouTube. I'm just letting you know, man. We're up to 212 likes.
Are we really?
On Facebook. That's cool. And we're almost over 100 right now on
That's
Instagram.
Cool. Yeah.
Even though it's probably just our friends and family.
That's okay. We got to start somewhere.
That we know. I will tell you this is it's fun and interesting to see that, like, you know, you start to do this. Dude, you see the numbers, and you know this on the business end of all the social media stuff, is they show you the numbers. And for a while, we're like that, dude. But they're like, people are viewing.
Yeah.
They're starting to do that. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
This is new. There's a couple old dogs in a new game, dude. and we're seeing this, and we're like getting excited. You know, people are like, podcast, what are you guys doing? Hey, man, it's something that really does, like, give us a little bit of tames our minds a little bit, you know?
Like, so for you guys that just, like, new tuning in or whatever, we both have ADHD.
Oh, yeah.
And so, and this really just helps with the ideas, and it helps with the, you know, just the day-to-day stuff, man.
It gets to the point where, like, I look forward to seeing this guy and just shooting the shit, dude. Just literally just, like, talking, and, you know, we're learning. So
well, we've known each other for a long time. We've known each other for almost 10 years or more.
At least.
Because of the training, you know, that we did here at Krav, and the teaching. You know, we've been teaching together for a lot. Actually, when we teach classes together, too, they're pretty fire, man. We feed off each other real easily. It's like, it's just very natural, you know? So it's cool talking to him and getting to know him even more. Because you think you know somebody, but then you share these crazy stories of, like, growing up and stuff, and then you're like, man, we got way more in common than we thought. Or, man, your life is as crazy as mine was, just in a different way.
Yeah,
and so you're sharing these stories, and it's cool, man. It's really cool to sit down and talk with this guy.
But I wanted to bring that up, so thank you for the likes and thank you for the shares. Keep on doing it, making sure that you throw it back our way.
And just like the parents are doing here, spreading the word for us and what we do here and what we teach, you guys too, spread the word. Hey, man.
And
you know?
I definitely want to hear from you. So I'm the one taking the emails and the IMs and DMs on here. Send me one. We want to hear from you. We want to hear, hey, an idea. We want to hear something. And the reason I'm bringing this up early, in case you don't finish the podcast, I wanted to throw it out there early instead of
and
later.
Then another thing we talk about too is, like, our podcasts are long. They're an hour to 2 hours. But podcasting, if you're new to it, isn't meant to be just like sit from point A to Z. It's, you know, you hear it in spurts. If you're in your car driving, you put it on. If you're at your house just kicking back, you could put it on. You could put it on at work, earphones, going for a jog or whatever. YouTube will always leave you at the spot that you stopped at.
Yeah, and bunch of things happening. Like, I'm going to talk to him later, and hopefully we get on to a couple different formats too, because we're going to talk about that. And where you can just listen, and hopefully we'll grow a little bit more of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, of course, as you guys know, we have the third mic, and it's ready to go. And we have a lot of ideas and people lined up of who we're going to be bringing in. Anyways, right on.
Yeah, I was going nuts, dude. So I'm sitting at home, and I told you last episode I'm going to start in with 100 movies this weekend, my top 100 movies.
Have you started?
No, because then I was sitting at home, and I'm like, always thinking of things to do in here. And I said, you know what? We haven't talked about one of the best genres ever, man.
What's that?
Action movies, dude.
Action movies. Oh, dude.
And there's real, like, subculture action movies. Like, I grew up in the 80s. We just said it the other day. Arnold, Sly, you know, Bruce Willis.
It's what men were men, man.
You know, Dolph Lundgren, you know, what's his name? Creed, but I forgot his name. You know, Action Jackson. Yeah. You know, you had all these movies, dude. Were they good? To me as a kid, they were amazing, you know?
Yeah.
You look at them now and it's like, oh, yeah, they don't hold up as much, but so much fun. So much fun to
but
watch.
some of them do. Like, you know, like so much of it was kind of molded who we are today.
Oh, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
So, you know, I mean, when I watch them, it takes me back for sure. Like watching, you know, Rambo, even all the Predators and all that. Like, it's all these, you know, it's just.
Oh, man, first time I saw Rambo, like my dad would take me to the movies. My mom would be like, "You guys need to get out to the movies." My mom would take me to like Disney movies and whatever.
Right. You wanted to go see some manly stuff.
My dad took me to like rated R movies, dude. Like I saw like nudie movies with him that whatever. And he was like, "We're gonna go see Rambo," and I was like, oh. Then all of a sudden I got my popcorn and I started watching this movie. I was like,
oh, this is good.
I love this guy. This guy's amazing. I want to be John Rambo, man. I'm going to Vietnam right now.
No, you want to do that, dude.
I'm just saying.
I know.
As a little kid, you're like,
I know.
And then they see him and then like, oh man, and then see the Rocky movies.
Rocky, man.
Rocky.
I could do.
What's your favorite Rocky movie?
That's tough, man.
Rocky 3 is mine, and for only one
Why
reason.
Rocky 3?
For only one reason.
What's
it
that?
was in the heart of wrestling when I was all into wrestling. Loved WWF.
Right.
Back then it was WWF.
Right.
And Hulk Hogan comes in, right? He comes in and spars Rocky. But then he had the man, dude. And when they said Mr. T was going to be in that movie, I was like, what? I wanted a mohawk and earrings, dude.
They made him look like a real bad guy on there, dude. On that movie? Yeah.
Hey, woman. Hey, woman.
That's a good one. It is a good one.
You're looking mighty fine over there. Why don't you come on over here and I'll show you what a real man looks like.
I like when he fights Apollo. I like that one. That's what is that number?
He fights Apollo 1 and 2.
No, number 1.
1, he loses the fight. 2, he wins the fight. 1,
no, it's number 1. I like number 1.
Number 1's an amazing movie.
It's good, man.
People don't realize
started the whole thing.
It's an Academy Award-winning movie, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's an amazing movie. The story behind it is legit good, just a heartwarming story. But then they're all kind of like doing a little bit their own thing, but they're so much fun too.
You know what's cool about that? So like usually when I watch those movies, I do a marathon. I go from 1 to the end.
So do I.
Right?
It's like, I gotta watch this one.
So
now.
it's really cool when you watch it like that. It gives you a different perspective as opposed to just watching it every now and then, like watching one or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you see how he starts like super dirt, like poor. And then like he gets some fame like after fighting Apollo and stuff. And then you see him like driving like a different type of house, driving like a Lambo. I think it was like a Ferrari or a Lambo. And then like they give you kind of that whole look, and then he loses all his money.
Yeah,
and then, but it connects it all, and then you see like the life of a.
You remember Tommy Morrison in that? Tommy Morrison. That dude was like one of the biggest busts ever, dude.
Dude, that
guy was legit good heavyweight fighter, dude. Legit white American fighter.
He made me hate him though in that movie.
Of course.
I hated that guy, man.
Dude, Tommy Gunn, dude. And,
Tommy Gunn.
You find out later as a kid, like.
You know what the best line in that movie is? What number is that? That's what, 4?
That was like 4 or 5.
Yeah, he goes, if you hit me, I'll sue. And he goes, boom, uppercuts him onto his vehicle. You know, that's dope, man.
There's so many, like even Dolph Lundgren. That's a great movie too. That's a fun movie too, where he kills Apollo and then he goes, "What if he dies? If he dies,
he dies." Yeah,
that's a dope scene.
Yeah, they're all good, man. But like I said, watching it from the beginning to the end, you get to see like his trajectory, how he went from like rags to riches, and then rags again, right? And then he kind of makes it, but he never makes it to like that riches. He just kind of lives a good life.
I like the one where like all of a sudden he's the Philadelphia kid and he's in the Philly. He learns the gritty Philly style and all this.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
yeah, that's right.
But then Apollo dies and then he wants to fight Drago, right?
Yeah.
So he goes to LA. He's got to learn gritty, hard, black style. Like, oh man, dude.
You know what was best on those movies? The montage.
Yep.
When they get to work it out and stuff, that was dope. So
I
when
still
he fights,
have it on my phone when I'm like,
the montage. Yeah, when he fights Drago, he's like picking up like the logs. Drago's all like technology, right?
Yeah.
And like getting injected with stuff, and then he's out like in the middle of nowhere in the ice.
Yeah.
Picking up logs.
Doing sit-ups in the barn.
Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, that was so dope. Yeah, but it pumps you up.
Yeah. Oh,
Even today, they hold
so-
up. I'm telling you, they still hold up today.
No, they do hold
Yeah.
up. They do. I mean, there's a little bit of funkiness to them, but yeah, they're pretty funny. Like, and then what's his name, Bert something or other, the guy who plays Paulie. He's hilarious in those movies.
I hated that guy too, man.
Really?
Dude, that's the dude that like just like hanging out just to get like some scraps. You know what I mean? Like I don't respect that, dude.
No,
I don't like that guy.
That was so real to me because that was the guy that
Listen,
everybody
if
has.
there's ever anybody in our group like that,
There's a guy
they won't be in our group.
In every group that's like that.
Nah,
dude.
man.
Every
Not
group.
around
We
me.
just haven't found our Polly yet. It's gonna be there.
And he was a jerk too. Like
yeah.
he would get everything from them. Like they took care of him, and he was still a jerk. Like, dude, come on, man, get your stuff together.
Hey, yo, Adrian, when I make it, I'm gonna buy a lion or a tiger. I'm gonna buy a tiger.
They should make. I'm surprised they haven't made a movie of Tyson, dude.
They are.
Are they really?
Jamie Foxx is.
You're kidding.
They've already made it. It's coming out like next year.
What?
Yeah, Jamie Foxx is gonna play Mike Tyson.
We're watching that, dude.
Yeah.
We're watching it.
Yeah, they've already made it, dude. Or it's in being made with COVID.
I mean,
or
if anybody lived that life, it was Tyson, man.
Dude, you ever listen to his podcast?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, this is the best podcast, dude.
Hey, dude, sometimes
A new enlightened Mike Tyson is a hilarious Mike Tyson, dude.
Well, yeah, but he also has some like real moments that
He's
you're just
heavy, dude.
You're just quiet because
Yeah.
you're just like, oh my god, dude, like this guy's so real.
So I was watching the episode with Tony Gonzalez on there, and I follow Tony Gonzalez because he's a Huntington Beach guy. He went to high school with one of my friends and played football with him. So I know the guy from being around here and whatever. And so he's fun to listen to. He's a real motivational speaker now and all that. But Tyson was like telling him about, this is why I feel this way and how dark it is. And I'm so dark sometimes. And all of a sudden Tony Gonzalez is looking at him, and it got quiet with all three of them in there. Tony Gonzalez was like, shit. He goes, I thought you just hit me right now because I'm knocked out. I'm just listening to you. He's like, this is unreal. Like,
yeah,
like it's deep.
I was listening to one of his clips, and he was talking about not wanting to. Oh, he says sometimes excuse my language, but he said sometimes I feel like a bitch, and then like you can hear him like kind of like choking up a little bit. He's like, I'm trying to like keep this beast like at bay. He's like, and I just want to like unleash it. And then he's like, but I want to be a better man than I used to be. Like he's just talking about like he knows who he is, who he could be, but he's trying to keep it at bay. And he's struggling to keep that animal, that beast away, to like have it caged up because he doesn't want to be that person anymore. And like he's just like, and I feel like people look at me like I'm a bitch now, like I can't, but we damn well know this guy can tear a human apart,
but when he gets like that, everybody on the mic is like,
it's starting to back up because it's like, dude, is he gonna lose it right now? Because he is a beast.
And then he goes like this,
but like he's choking up and he has some tears running. And he's saying like, I know I'm a warrior. I know I'm a different like it's just like, dude, and you're just quiet. You're just listening because it's this man battling with
himself.
He has two wolves inside him. I've said that before.
Battling himself,
yep.
dude.
And those two wolves are fighting, man.
And it's a real battle for him. You can tell.
Yeah.
Now he's just older. So it kind of probably brings him down.
Yeah,
a little
but man,
But that's a good podcast to listen to. Not for everybody though.
Not for everybody.
Yeah,
no,
definitely not for everybody. Some of the stuff they talk about.
Yeah, yeah. So for the adults.
When Mike says, "Hey, I love the frog. I love the frog venom." You haven't heard the story of the frog venom? No. Go back and watch it, dude. And look it up. Dude, he tells about how
I'll look it up.
Like that.
Right, I'll look it up.
And it's the best story ever, dude.
Right on.
So action movies, right? Even the new Creeds, pretty good.
I only watched number 1.
Number 1's good. Number 2's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 2's good. They're fun. Yeah, they're still.
Hey, Jamie Foxx, dude, that guy's so talented.
Yeah.
He's gonna play Tyson.
He produced it and whatever, and got Tyson to okay it, and yeah. And Tyson's like been on the set.
You know that's gonna be good, dude.
Yeah, Tyson's been on the set. Like, dude, I gotta take a timeout real quick.
All right, go.
Dude, I'm like, all this coffee is like, it hit me all of a sudden, like, I'm gonna burst. Man, sorry about that. I was like, I was starting to cross my legs and taste my bubbly.
That's funny. You know what? You know what I'm trying to find out is that like for editing, because we talk so freely now. Like we do like 2 hours easy like that. So I'm gonna have to start like cutting stuff out, like making them a little bit
that's
more
cool.
compact and condensed.
Which I thought you were gonna be doing anyways. So when they go 2 hours,
Some are good though, dude.
Yeah, the flow you can't interrupt.
Yeah, you can't interrupt the flow. You know
but
thank you for this.
Yeah, they're good.
Salud.
Yes.
There you go.
There we
Bubbly.
go.
Hey, Bubbly. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there to the universe.
Or whoever our fans are, if you want to bring me a case.
No, man, we need the company. Come on, man. Oh, that's funny. So we were talking about Rocky.
Oh, dude, the Rocky movies.
Damn, this is good too. Damn.
This is my favorite.
Hey, whoever's doing their tasting, is doing a good job, man.
Seriously.
Yeah, straight up.
And it's not really much, dude. I've had LaCroix. I've had.
Dude, LaCroix is so whack.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man, but unless you want to sponsor us, otherwise it's whack because it's like there's like a hint of something. But it's not enough. It's not enough. Not enough. Exactly they're falling short. You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing
this
worse.
Is just the right amount.
There's nothing worse when you take a sip of a seltzer and you get 100% seltzer, but you're thinking like it's gonna have a taste. And it's just It's just like
whoever's doing this it's perfect. It's perfect. It's like perfect.
Dude, for a guy who is like cut soda out, this is like
it's a lifesaver. You know, I was talking to AJ, and AJ's like, I never realized I didn't like soda. He's like, what I did realize is that I like the sparkling.
The carbonation.
He's like, the carbonation. He's like, now with this,
I
completely cut out sugar. He's like, and this does it for me. He's like, I'm perfectly fine with this.
There's even to a point now where I'd rather have the seltzer than the sugar.
Yeah.
And that's taken me a long time to do, you know. Even though now I still I'll drink a Coke Zero or something. But yeah, for the most part, these do it for me. They take away that soda craving because of the carbonation.
Hey, so we were talking about Jamie Foxx doing the Tyson movie and how amazing that's going to be. Can't wait to watch that. Did you ever watch Ray when Jamie Foxx did the Ray movie?
I did. Jamie Foxx is amazing.
Dude, he sang through that and he did all the singing and all that. Dude, that guy's so talented, man. Some people are just born with talent, and then they cultivate it even more, and then they polish it up. That's one of those people, dude. He was born with something, and then he made it even better. He worked at making it even better.
So I love podcasts. I love talk shows. I love anything where you can find out about people.
Right.
Jamie Foxx is one of those guys that I used to be like, oh, I need to find out. Because he was in one of my favorite shows as a kid, in Living Color.
Oh, Living Color, man. You remember that?
Oh, please.
In
when
Living Color.
When he played Wanda and when he played, like...
Oh, it was so
And
dope.
his stand-up is hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen him do stand-up, look it up. Along with his stand-up was hilarious. Yeah. And so I was a fan of him then, you know? And then as he's, like, become this thing, dude, like, there's certain guys where I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, like, Jamie Foxx is legit.
Like, he has stories also. So he's been on Joe Rogan.
And he's so smooth, man.
Yeah. One of the best episodes to watch is Comedians in Cars and Coffee.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Season 2, and it's Jamie Foxx's.
I haven't seen that one. I watched season 1.
Jamie Foxx, dude.
I gotta see it now.
Tells like kind of how he planned out where he's at. It's because he's planned this out.
Really?
Yeah. And then when he's on Joe Rogan and he talks about how he knew to become a big star, he had to be friends with big stars
right.
Establish himself.
Hey, build bridges.
And so he had a house in the Hollywood Hills. He had made good money as a comedian, and he had become friends with certain actors and stuff. So Jamie Foxx used to be known as the guy in the late 90s, early 2000s. Like, hey, let's find Jamie Foxx, and he can make anything happen, dude.
Wow.
And we'll have a party at his house. Dude, he would tell stories of how he would have, like, movie stars there to, like, guys who were at the taco shop because he just invited them, dude. And,
that's cool.
And he goes, the running joke is Jamie Foxx can put on $1 million party for like $100, dude.
Because he knew people.
He knew people.
Yeah.
And he talks about that. Like,
that's cool. I got to listen to that one. I haven't
and,
seen
and he talks about how when he'd invite people over, like he was really into people who sang. So like he had Chris Brown over one time, and Chris Brown just came out and sang in front of people. He brought
that saved him $150,000 for
right. That's what I'm saying. And then all of a sudden he talks about how he wanted his friends from other places to experience Mexican culture. And he brought in like a full 20-piece mariachi band just to sit there. And Jay-Z, when he was a kid, used to hang out there before he was all this. And then one night he was like, I can sing, so I built myself a studio in his backyard. And so one night he was having one of these parties, and Snoop and all these guys were there. And Jay-Z goes, he's talking to him, and Jay-Z's hanging out with him. And Jay-Z's probably not even the Black Album yet. Like, he's not Jay-Z yet. He's Jay-Z.
He's coming up.
Yeah. And he goes, you got to hear my new album, the Black Album. Hears it. He's like, oh, man, who put that together? Oh, this young kid. He's coming here tonight. I invited him tonight. He's a young kid. He's going to bring us whatever, to party with. And he's like, well, who is it? I'll introduce you when he gets here. He gets there, and it's Kanye West, dude. And they go into the studio, and Jamie's like, hey, can I just show you I can sing? And he's like, Kanye West is like, cool. Like, you're not impressing me, He goes, sing over something. Kanye goes, well, let me have that. 2 weeks later, comes back, and he goes, want to make an album?
What?
And Kanye West is the one who produced his album, dude. When he first came out with like Unforgettable or Unpredictable.
And it's good too.
That's a great
album.
It's a
good
dude.
one, yeah, for
That's
sure.
when he sang like Gold Digger, and he sang like, Kanye produced that whole album, dude.
That's legit. That guy's super talented, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. First off, I love Jamie Foxx. I love Tyson. Like just that is dope. I'm gonna have to check that movie out, man.
Check out, dude. Some of these like conversations he has with people are hilarious, dude. Hilarious, because he tells a great story. Dude.
And it's funny that you said Jamie Foxx, like, oh, I could sing, so he built a studio at his house. We can talk, brother.
Hey, man, you
and
build it, they will come.
This is what we built.
Like fill the dreams in you.
We can't sing, but we can talk.
I can talk forever. That's why I'm in here, because I can just ramble.
Oh, that's funny.
And, I'm a talker, for sure. So, I was looking at all this stuff, and then you text me. This is all notes that I've taken before, and you text me, and you're like, John Wick 3. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I hadn't watched it.
Yeah.
This is like 3 weeks ago.
Well, they're almost done with John Wick 4, dude.
John Wick 3 was good, man. 1, 2, and 3. All of them have been good.
All of them were amazing, dude. All of them.
Because you're kind of expecting, like, okay, so like after John Wick 1, you're expecting the next one's just like, all
Well,
right, it's going to be, I'm going to watch it, but it's going to be like whatever.
Action movies always kind of like, take a fall.
Well, and sometimes they get cheesy.
Well, and that's what they do is they don't know what to do because they don't have a backstory on
this
all
guy's
stuff.
been training because you can actually see that. Well, especially us coming from the martial arts background, you can see his training in the movie.
So they talked about it. They said they see a series of 10 on John Wick.
Really?
But they're going to then do the series of 10, and then they're going to make it into a TV show with a backstory.
I don't know if I want a TV show.
It'll be on like Netflix or something like that, dude. So that
I like the movies, man.
Well, I'm just saying now they all of a sudden they're like, oh, we can have all these assassins.
Yeah,
and do
so
all
on
that.
John Wick 3, right? Because they're all trying to like get him, right? He fights like these people from around the world. Like there's a couple fight scenes at the end, like in the glass house or whatever. These guys are like super famous, like in Thailand and different
all
parts
the guys are famous.
Yeah. So, but it's really cool because they're actual martial artists that know what they're doing, and John Wick holds his own, dude. Because you could see that he really has trained for this.
He almost represents like every big martial art out there, dude. Because all of us are.
How much Krav Maga is in there? Like you're like, oh. You know another movie shows a ton of Krav Maga. God, it's what's the guy that plays Thor? What's his name? Big old dude, good looking dude. What's his name? Super nice guy.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah. So he, there's a movie on Netflix that's
Oh,
called
I just
Extraction
watched
or
it.
something like that.
Extraction, yeah.
Extraction, dude, you guys gotta check that out. Even the even the redirections, the takeaways and stuff, dude.
The fight scenes.
I'm like,
in there,
oh, dude, that's sick. You know, it's a mixture of
good fight scenes
of different
for
stuff,
sure.
but that's also John Wick. Every movie has gotten like his training. You could tell he's been training through all these different first, second, and third.
No, they say he's like a legit martial artist, dude. And a legit gunsman, dude. Like they say that he's gotten so good.
And I think that's
Marksman.
I think that's what I appreciate. That it's not like CGI. It's not. This guy's doing it. He's putting the time in. He's learning, and he's a real deal. Like you could tell when he's putting hands on and stuff that those movements are trained movements. You know, it's not movie stuff. You know.
Well, you can find everywhere on YouTube the training videos that they had, like who they sparred with, who they did whatever. Like Halle Berry's training when she came into it, she's like, "Well, what's Keanu doing?" And they said,
"Hey, how cool was it that she had the 2 German shepherds?
Yeah,
that was so sick."
But in the making of it, you need to watch the making of these two, because she goes, "Well, what's Keanu doing that he looks so good on screen?" And this is looking, well, he's training like 12 hours.
He's training
a day.
for real.
Yeah, like you need to go. And she's like, "Well, where would I go?" You know, true fact. She still trains with her, but she trained with Chris Cyborg.
Oh, really?
For the movie.
Yeah. I think she goes to King's MMA.
Chris owns her own spot right here in Huntington Beach.
Oh, okay.
It's more almost Seal Beach area and an industrial area.
Oh, cool.
She does go to King's, but
I think she gets some training from them.
When she fights, she goes because that King's
Shout out
Center,
to King's MMA.
Yeah, and
I pass by there every morning.
But yeah, she trains with Halle Berry, dude.
That's cool, man.
That's like.
So Gloria and I were watching John Wick 3.
Well, let's talk about Halle Berry, dude.
She's a very good looking woman. Yes.
You ever see Swordfish?
Yeah, that's a cool movie too. Travolta.
What about Halle Berry? You ever see Sling Blade? What about Halle?
I've seen that one.
I like the way that you talk.
I don't even remember what I was saying now, man.
John Wick 3.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gloria and I were watching John Wick 3, and when she saw Halle Berry, she's like, "Oh, that's cool." And then she was like really edgy in that movie, like just feisty, right? Just, like from the moment she comes on scene, super feisty. And then Gloria's kind of like digging it, right? She's like, "Oh, dang, yeah, that's cool." And then she sees the 2 German shepherds, and then when they get in the fight with the German shepherds, she's just like, "Whoa, that is so cool."
Yeah,
Gloria was into it, dude.
It's like that's the cool stuff, like.
Sick.
Yeah.
So she's going from like her own training, like with her weapons handling, to her hands-on handling, like martial arts, to training dogs and just tying it all together.
So
dude.
Watch the making of it, and they postponed it a year because she wanted all the training, dude. So she became a marksman.
But it looks real, dude.
You should see her train, dude.
Yeah.
She went from like they show her when she first started, like.
It's all lame.
Lame, dude. Lame even when she's like holding the gun and stuff. To when then all of a sudden just before she shot the movie, and she was like with like legit like people.
People that
dude,
know.
She had she was training with 2 dogs. Like they would like go in and out of her legs, and she would come in with a gun.
And you know who's really good at that?
Man,
I mean, we can all handle our weapons and stuff because we obviously need to train that. We need to know how to use it. But Alex. 3rd degree black belt, Mr. Alex Suarez. Shout out to Mr. Alex. There's a video clip of him, and he's training, just shooting downrange, but he's doing some maneuvers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dude, super smooth. Just man, it looks beautiful, man.
Yeah.
And it's all live. It's all live fire, but it just looks so seamless. And that's like you're putting the martial arts, the hands on with the weapons. And firing downrange, and once you marry all that and just do it seamlessly, dude, it looks beautiful. It goes hand in hand.
In John Wick 3, when they go up the glass stairs,
yeah,
dude, and then he fights. I forget the guy's name. He's a serious martial artist.
You mean the Japanese guy?
Yeah, the Japanese guy. He's a John Wick-son.
Dude, that guy's legit.
Oh, I get like they're gonna fight.
He looks scary, huh?
Yeah.
Because he was when they hire him.
Yeah.
You know that lady, what's she called, the adjuster, or no, what do they call her? Something, whatever.
I know.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. So, all right, so she goes to hire this guy, and he's behind a sushi bar, and he's making sushi, right? And do you notice the fish that he serves?
No.
It's a puffer fish. I don't know if you know this, but A puffer fish, actually, we got to do this in Africa in one of our trips. So the puffer fish,
It's a lethal fish, isn't it?
you eat it, but if you even have like a speck of the skin, you could die.
Yeah.
Like that'll be your last meal.
Yeah.
So
That's what I do know.
So it's an exotic, right?
Oh,
And that's
okay.
what he serves her. And he's doing it while he's talking to her. He's not even looking. He's like, so just showing like how accurate and deadly this guy is, right? And like, and she has the piece, right, or whatever. But it's just.
I didn't realize the significance. Of
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah, because it's a deadly fish.
See,
and
that's
he's serving
that's
it
cool
to her.
to know.
Yeah, and I was like all excited because I'm like, I told Gloria, oh, I've had that fish before. I've had that fish, and I told her about it. But they don't make it. They don't make it a big
That's
deal.
one of those things where you're not really paying attention, but for guys like you who know like, the story behind that, that's like a cool thing.
Yeah.
Right there,
So and it just it's saying something about him too because the way he's serving it, he's just
Yeah.
like listening and he's like, and then like he serves it to her, you
Like,
know.
he doesn't have
And you
to
know
pay
the whole
attention.
time I was paying attention to the fish because I'm like, dude, if he left anything on there, she's dead.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So but it was cool.
Well, the other good little clip in that movie is when he's talking to John Wick and he goes and sits down like right next to him.
Yeah.
And like that's intimidating as hell, dude. But John Wick, what I love
They're
about
inside
John Wick,
they're inside the Continental, right?
Yeah.
Inside the safe hotel. Dude, if you guys haven't seen John Wick, you guys got to go see it.
but
man.
then I love when
They're all on. Are they on? No, they're on Hulu right now.
they're all on Hulu.
They're all on Hulu.
Yeah,
1,
they
2,
are.
and 3 are all on Hulu right now. They're free.
And you can see the look in John Wick's eyes, like
Dude, I had to deal with you.
he gets up and just moves his chair, and then he gets called into the lady's office, right? And then
the guy's just
the
like,
guy
"Wait."
goes, "Is this a notorious dog?" And he gets the dog and sits him right next to the guy, and he goes, "Sit." And he sits, and the guy goes, "Well, I'll be waiting here." And he just looks at the dog like, "Oh, that's what he says. I'll be waiting for you." He gets the dog sits next to him, and he says, "Sit." And both the dog and him are paying attention to him, like
To him.
yeah, and he was like, that was a little power move, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
He's telling
you're
him,
a
dude.
dog, dude, and I just put you in your place. I was like, oh, that's so awesome.
Because he tells him to sit, right? Yeah. And he stays there. He has to stay
and
there.
the guy's sitting there, same thing too. Like,
But that's the thing. Like they're all itching to be the guy that takes him out
Yeah.
because they want to get that notoriety. Like I took out the what do they call him? The Bubba. What
yeah.
the devil or whatever it's called.
Oh, the boogeyman.
The boogeyman. There you go. Yeah. That's
Oh,
a good.
dude.
Those are good movies, man. You
And
gotta
then,
check it out.
And then when they go, and he goes in and they show all the kids training sambo in the room. Yeah, he was gonna be extradited, dude.
So there's like the ballerinas, right? And then
Yeah.
the other kids doing the sambo.
Yeah.
It's sick, dude.
That's-
And you know that exists somewhere in this world. You know that's happening,
That's
man.
where I'm like, that's gotta be real.
Yeah, I got the privilege to. There's a buddy of mine that used to work the type of business I used to be in. Marco, beautiful human being, man. Ripped, big old like dude. The guy was ripped, man. And he used to do sambo. And
Really?
yeah, so he took me, and I got to train with him for a little while. He took me to his instructor, and he was a sambo champion. And
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah, and I got to do a little bit of sample with them, and it was really cool, man. They sharing information, and I really enjoyed it. It's legit. It's like those guys are tough. It's like a mixture of wrestling, judo, and like just hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
Like you're really up close, you know. And so I got to train with them a little bit. So shout out to Marco, man. I haven't seen you in years, man, but hopefully I get to.
Sambo, like they say, is like the real thing, like crazy. Like Russians are big into judo,
Yeah.
but they're also big into sambo. Dude.
Sambo's no joke, dude.
Yeah.
It's what their military uses.
Yeah.
They teach them. I don't know if they still do it, but I know at the time their military used sambo training.
That's like I hate Putin, but I love his backstory and how he was almost like an Olympic style judo
Was he though?
practitioner.
Or is it
I
all
don't know.
propaganda?
Probably propaganda.
It'd be cool if it was real.
But there is training videos of him throwing,
is it really?
throwing kids and going in and training at the judo centers up there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so, but I just crack it up because I just like martial arts. And
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
see powerful people do it, I'm like,
Yeah,
wow, that's pretty cool.
that is cool. Martial arts, like we say that it teaches the kids like our core values, teaches them focus, it teaches them to start something, finish something. Like all that stuff is very awesome tools to have as you're an older person or going through your career or whatever. It's good to have all these things in check. And as a person that's already grown up and you're a businessman or a businesswoman and you have these qualities where you could start something, finish something, work under pressure, work under stress, and still execute, it's legit, man.
Yeah, dude, it's
legit.
It's pretty legit.
Yeah.
That's like the Married with Children guy, Ed.
Yeah. He's a black belt, I think.
Yeah, dude, he's like legit.
You would never think that. I mean, because like we grew up watching him
but he's another guy who said he's one of the
What's his
Gracies. Ed. I'll remember.
Married with Children, though. I mean, the dad.
He's in Modern
Children.
Family, Married with Children. He's like.
Oh, that's right. He's in Modern Family too. That's a good show too.
He's like 70 years old, dude. And he tells the story back in the early 90s. He was just looking, he's an actor looking to stay in shape, but he didn't know. One of his friends was like, "Oh, come on, I do this martial art."
Hey, dude, you don't need to be famous.
Nope.
If you find yourself not doing anything, go do something.
He said he wasn't famous. He said, he went in and he became famous
as he was going through it.
Like he was doing BJJ before.
Got it.
Yeah, he was out doing Married with Children, and he was like a purple belt in BJJ. Yeah. That's crazy to think, like some of the people that do it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. But all these action heroes know some kind of like, especially now. Because they want to be realistic.
Realistic, not only that, but they also know that there's so many more people training now.
Yeah.
And they'll be able to call them on their bullshit. If it doesn't look right, if it's not going right. What do you think? Remember Gina Carano? She used to work, she was one of like the first women champions in UFC.
Yeah.
There's a reason why she keeps on getting, like she was in The Mandalorian.
Well,
she's in a whole bunch of like the Expendables.
Yeah.
Expendables, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That movie. Yeah, she was in that movie, but they hire these people because they're the real deal. Like when they're executing something on film, it looks real because the technique is there. It's trained and it looks real.
So it's just like you hear about all this stuff, and then when you see like Gina Carano and some of these guys, Marvel, right? When they were first doing this and they were watching like all these different genre movies, different things. Well, now you start having guys like our age, in between our age, who are like have grown up with the karate movies, the 80s action movies, this and that, and they're like, we can make that look real now.
Yeah,
hey.
I'll tell you the truth. If I'm watching something and it's like looking,
yeah.
Like the other day, there was a clip of an Indian movie, Bro, come on, man.
Indian movies, come on. That's funny stuff, though.
Dude, I laughed a little bit and I just turned it off.
Dude.
Like, it was just, come on, man.
Other day I watched one of my favorite movies of all time, Indian movie. Well, it's India and it's based on a Bollywood type of environment. But I watched Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh, dude.
That is my.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Doesn't it break your heart?
Oh, I love that.
Like, there's
movie,
so many
dude.
moments there that you're just like, that's why he knows that, or whatever.
Yeah, and
like,
how it shows how your mind works. But me and Gabby were probably in our 20s, and we were into seeing like no name movies.
Right.
We saw that movie for free. Somebody said, "Hey, you want to see a movie? It's going to be up for Academy Award. Hopefully, you guys want to see it." We're trying to get people to start following it, get word of mouth because we need. Yeah, we'll see it. I went and saw that movie with not knowing what it was. It was amazing, man. Amazing. That was an amazing movie, dude.
It's intense.
Yeah.
It's
the
intense.
Brothers.
It's intense from the beginning to the end.
Yep.
Yeah, it's one of those like you're on your like at the edge of your seat. You're like, dude.
I tried to find you, brother.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh,
who's got the power now?
I gotta watch that movie again, man. See, now you just.
That's a movie that pumps you up, dude. Yeah. You know when it pumps you up is one of the first scenes.
Oh, dude, hey, he went through hell, man.
One of the first scenes when they're little kids and they saw him in the slum and the kids are in the shitters.
Oh, and
and his brother locks him in the shitter because he doesn't want him to go.
He jumps through the crap.
And he lands in the crap just so he can see his favorite action hero, dude.
Yep.
And then see him, and out of everybody, this action hero looks at him and he's all full of turd and everywhere. And he goes, and he signs something. Yep. Only his, dude. I was like, yes, that's why he's great.
That's right. But I think that John Wick probably ruined all of us because any action movie now, like it's gonna have to resemble the real thing now, man. Straight up.
Oh, and that's why they're making so many John Wicks out because it's like there's not, And Keanu Reeves said, "I'll do as many. I love doing this. I love because." Pays for his training. It pays for
Well, he's having fun.
And he's Keanu Reeves, dude. The guy's like pretty amazing anyway. So.
That guy's so mellow.
Yeah.
Just chill.
He rides the subways and in LA he rides his bike to wherever, so it's like, that's insane, dude. I hope I stay that level headed when I get some money.
Yeah. Well,
I'll probably buy an Escalade.
Listen, as long as we're doing like stuff that we love and representing well and doing stuff in the community, the money will come. Whatever. But my main concern is doing something good in the community, man. Because when I'm gone, I want to make sure that I left something, even if it's just a little bit, but a little bit better.
One of the things, if I hit the lotto, dude, and I make all kinds of money, I want to put my money into a movie, like a legit movie. Like, hey, I'll fund $2 million, just so I can say, I was.
If you hit the lotto, you better pay for our floor and building, dude. I
hit the lotto. I come with a contract right here, and I'm like, $51.49. I'm just playing. I hit the lotto. That's the first thing I do. That's one of the first things I do, dude.
And then it's all for fun, man.
First thing I do is I'd be like, go check the landlords without even you knowing. Get them to sign it over. Hey, how much is it?
Hey, I'm going to pray for you to hit the lotto.
If I hit one of those big ones, those massive ones, dude, I'm buying this whole land around here. And whatchamacallit, then I'll come over and I'll be like, hey, man, rent's due. No,
that's messed up, man. See, I was all into this story until you said that.
But I go like this. I go, rent's due, and then hand you the envelope, dude. And the envelope would be just you signing your signature over, dude.
All right, I'm going to pray for that. You know God listens, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I would do.
All right.
Then I'd be like, all right, now we sign the contract.
Let's go, baby.
We're going to go
Let's get to
do
work.
some big stuff. We're going to do a bunch of stuff.
Right
but no, I'm just saying, like, I love action movies. One of my first genres, and I could talk about movies all day, and that's one of my first genres. Like, I've seen almost every 80s action movie there is, good and bad. People, you come into my house and I watch movies like in increments. Like, I can watch 15 minutes of this, 15 minutes of that, and then I'll go back to it and I'll finish it from 15 minutes here.
Right.
So Gabby's always like, how do you watch so many movies, dude? And I can watch hundreds of them. I mean, I'm not the type of person that has to watch the whole thing, but I love watching the whole thing through too. But so then I can be like, yeah, that scene, because I break down scenes in my head.
Because that's how you watch it.
Yeah.
You watch it
I watch it in scenes, and then I get like, that's amazing, dude. I love that. I love action movies. So that's what I was saying. So I was watching something. I was changing the channel, and I got stuck on a channel. And Gabby comes in. What are you watching? And I was like, I'm watching Arnold. And she goes, what movie? I said, True Lies.
Dude, that's a great movie.
And she goes, oh, okay, I like that one. Yeah, and she walked out because True Lies is the bomb.
Good.
And it still kind of holds up.
No, it does.
It still kind of holds up. I mean, there's some scenes where it's like,
nah, it's cool, man.
But it's hilarious, dude. It's hilarious, And Arnold, dude, is like, I'm a big Arnold fan.
So that guy's legit, man.
And that was Jamie Lee Curtis in that movie. Woo-wee.
Smoking, man.
Smoking, dude.
And she was older already. She took care of herself.
Yeah, she has.
She was playing like a double agent or like a agent.
There, she was probably in her late 30s, almost early 40s.
No, she was in her 40s, dude.
Yeah, maybe in her 40s.
She was in her 40s for sure.
Yeah.
So
she was like.
Yeah, and then do you remember that scene where True Lies? Do you remember that scene where he has a jet?
Yeah.
The jet, but he's like. And like she's like on top, like they're like trying to maneuver it.
Yeah,
it's so dope, man.
Yeah. So yeah, I just saw True Lies, one of the best underrated action movies, and it's categorized under an action movie or even a romantic movie. It's categorized.
Here we go. Your romantic movie. Here we go.
Dude, come on.
What?
Romancing the Stone, dude. You ever see that?
Yeah, that's old school. That's with
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas, yeah.
And Sharon. I forget her name.
Sharon Stone?
No, not Sharon Stone. Sharon something or other.
But I know it was Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
Damn, that's old school. That's like really old school.
It's categorized under romantic action movie. But it's hilarious. And it still holds up.
You know which one holds up and is romantic? and it's an action movie. Thomas Crown Affair. What do you know about that?
I'm not a big fan.
Oh, come on, man.
It was all right.
That's an intelligent movie. It's like, he's like a thief, and it's
yeah,
like
it was all right. I mean, no, it was all right.
another action movie. It's funny though.
You gotta do better than that, dude.
Hot Shots.
Hot Shots is good.
See, how does he like Hot Shots and he doesn't like Thomas Crown Affair? Man, your thing's all messed up, man.
I like Thomas Crown Affair, but I'm not like.
Hey, Hot Shots.
Hot Shots is pretty fun.
Hey,
movie.
the best scene of that movie is when he's like, and it's like he's like shooting, right? He's like shooting all the bad guys, and it's keeping like track of the body count. And then it's like Rambo level, and then it's like, I don't remember all the levels.
That's more of like a comedy.
But that was an action movie.
Yeah, it was an action
Yeah.
movie. It was funny though, dude. That was funny. Yeah, there's certain action movies that are like borderline action movies, like Tropic Thunder, dude. I think is absolutely.
I'm not even going to talk
hilarious.
about this one with
Tropic
Gary
Thunder,
because then we're going
dude.
to get in trouble.
Yeah, I
Oh.
know. I will get in trouble.
Yep,
Man.
I'm not talking about this
I
one.
was like talking about like Mel Brooks movies, dude.
Hey, action movies. Okay, all-time favorite. If I had to choose, I'm not talking about like the 80s or 90s. I'm talking about like today. Like stuff like The Patriot.
Oh, that's a good movie.
What's his name? God,
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson. Have you noticed that all his movies are like revenge movies?
Oh, dude. So Mel Gibson gets a bad rap sometimes. He's a little cuckoo, but
Yeah,
you know,
but he's awesome.
most guys are
Dude,
nowadays.
the
Dude, my
movies he
favorite
puts out are awesome.
My
man.
favorite movie he directed and produced. My favorite movie, and people just are like, "What?" Apocalypto, dude.
Dude.
He directed that and produced that movie.
I was just asking Chris and Christina and Brett if they had seen Apocalypto. That thing is legit.
From
Guys,
it starts
Apocalypto,
off-
you guys have to see it.
it starts off kind of slow, and then it just builds into this. He's got to get back to his wife.
But the reason why it's slow is because
Because he shows the environment.
they're showing the
and
environment,
yeah.
like how peaceful it was.
Yeah.
Like they
the
were one,
Mayans and the Incas.
they were
dude.
one with the jungle and how they lived, and then
Yeah.
it's just crap hits the fan.
But it also shows like how like that was a legit society.
And it can happen today.
Yep. And I mean, there's so much to that
Yeah,
movie,
man.
dude.
Oh,
So,
Apocalypto.
not only is it an action movie,
That movie, man.
and then it rolls into like suspenseful, and it rolls into emotional. That movie, nobody could tell me that Mel Gibson made that movie, and it was a Mel Gibson production, dude.
He got down with that one. I didn't know
That
that.
was-
I didn't know that he
Yeah,
produced it.
yeah, produced and directed.
Wow.
Yeah, he was up for Academy Award for that movie.
Yeah, so he has the Patriot, it's Apocalypto, and then there's another one, man, that I
Dude,
just love.
I love that movie so much. I wanted to put a Jaguar paw right here. I wanted that to be my nickname.
Well, you have the
Jaguar
you have the Latin blood in you. I mean, the Jaguar has always been a symbol of power.
Dude,
Or Puma. I don't know if you guys Puma.
Gabby can't stand that movie because
What?
of all the like killing and blood and all that.
Yeah,
and
but it's not just to do it. Like it's telling a story. It's not just to be gory.
dude,
It's really telling a story.
when he gets up to the very top of the thing and he puts his head down, and it's the clouds start to move.
Oh, and the clips?
Yeah,
Oh, dude, that's crazy, huh?
and it saved his life because
Yeah, because they're like, it's a sign.
it's a sign
Yeah.
that this guy means something.
Yeah.
And it was a sign,
But the little girl, remember the little girl called it.
yeah, she looked at it.
Yeah.
That was rad. Or when they gave him a chance, they said, if you can make it to the end, you
Yeah,
can
but that
live.
sucked, dude. Because they were supposed to be let go.
Yeah.
And these guys were just trying to have have some
Playtime.
sport. Yeah, playtime with their playtime was, let's see if we can kill these guys before they escape.
How fast we can, or how long it takes us to hit
Yeah.
these guys. But dude, they made it. Dude, I even felt bad for the brother or the big guy that was. But that was like, or how they captured him and they almost broke that guy's neck when they were like walking him on the sticks and stuff like that.
Yeah. He fell off the cliff. All right, we're getting a little too
That movie, though.
graphic. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, but you guys, Apocalypto is legit, man.
Legit. That's the first time we both were like, that's legit. So that's a 2 thumbs up for Gary and Abel on that one right there.
Gladiator.
Gladiator. So
Come on, man. You can't say anything bad about
no.
Gladiator.
So here's this
Dude,
true
you
story.
don't even touch that movie, man.
So do you know what I wanted to name Shane?
What's that?
Maximus Aurelius, dude.
Yes.
I was not shitty. That was the real name. I told Gabby his name is gonna be Max.
How did you go from Max to Shane? It's not even in the same ballpark.
We like Max, even Gabby was like, that's a cool name. Then we met like sometimes you meet a kid named Max or something, or a kid named.
You're like, nah, man, it ain't gonna work.
no, maybe Shane sounds better. But dude, Maximus Aurelius, dude. Or it was either gonna be Maximus Aurelius or Shaquille or Kobe.
Oh, I'm glad you went with Shane, man.
I still call Shane to this day. Hey, what's up, Shaq?
One of those nights that we got out super late from here, we Brett, Mr. Ryan, Christina, and myself, we went to Norm's, and we're sitting at this booth, right? We're about to order our food. The guy's taking forever to take our order. So we're kind of talking, and then we can kind of just get quiet for a second. And then there's a family across the way on a table, right? And it's like a husband and wife and like 3 kids. And then one of those kids' name was, so we hear, Aristotle, get over here. And we thought they were joking, right? Like, and then we all kind of start looking at each other.
That's a Little Mermaid
and like,
fan right there.
Aristotle. And I'm just like, dude, he did not name his kid Aristotle, man. Come on. Like, yeah, no, see, that's what it been. Shaquille.
I would have called him Shaq, man. Like, baby Shaq. What's up?
Shaquille, you better get over here. Come on, man. Shane, thank God you got your name Shane.
So seriously, when we were coming up and coaching, and we coached the little guys first, a bunch of the group that I was with, we would go into like Compton and stuff, and you could tell the era we were in because there was a lot of kids named Shaquille or Kobe or Michael. Yeah, man.
Come on, man.
Dude,
Could you imagine Shane as a Kobe?
Yeah, I still call him Kobe. I call him Shaq, Kobe, call him Max.
Oh, man, that's funny.
But, yeah, so, I mean, it's a sign of, like, who you like in the generation. So, I ain't kidding you. My neighborhood, dude, I love everybody in my neighborhood, but half of the street was from Texas, and they all landed up on our street, and friggin' all I heard was Texas all the time. Texas. Bullshit. Cowboys, this. Dude, my friend Ray named his kid Dallas. Yeah, his daughter's name. And they're good kids, and they're gorgeous kids, dude. Camden, because he was in the Camden yard. He was in the baseball, dude. And, and then, like, I know a kid named Jordan, after Michael Jordan.
Hey, speaking of Dallas, what's that guy, Dallas, what's that movie? Fifth Element? That's
Fifth Element is a great movie.
Dallas, the guy's name is Dallas.
Dallas, yeah. Fifth Element. That was one of those underrated movies. Like, it's underrated.
It's so awesome.
But it was one of those movies where you hear people talk about it and you're like, eh. Then you go see it and you come out of there and you're like, oh, that was a cool movie.
Yeah. It's kind of quirky. It's
definitely quirky.
Yeah.
Chris Tucker in that movie, dude. You don't see that coming, dude.
Dude,
you
it's
don't
so
see
awesome.
that coming.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
It's an instant classic for me, dude.
The guy who designed all the costumes in that was
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker was hilarious. He made that movie, dude.
That is so awesome.
I mean, Bruce Willis is good in the movie too, but Chris Tucker made that movie right there. I mean,
what about Bruce Willis's all his diehards?
I was never a big fan of the diehards, but I liked. I mean, I remember enjoying them.
Dude, from the first one to the last one, it's like I don't know why it's become like a Thanksgiving thing for me.
Because I think that's when it came out.
Oh, is it? Is that what it is?
That's when they shared it.
Yeah, so like I always watch them like from Thanksgiving on to
Well,
Christmas.
that's what it is. It was a Christmas movie, and so they start playing it. They start playing it right around.
For some reason, I remember like from Thanksgiving through Christmas, I'm always watching Die Hard movies.
Yeah, Die Hard was made in Christmas during Christmas. Yeah.
And then that like last one that came up, I think it's the last one. It's Good Day to Die Hard or something. No, it was.
I never got to see that one.
Which one is it? Yeah, but the last one, whatever the last one was named, it was legit.
Die Hard with a Vengeance or something.
No, that was like that wasn't the last one. Anyways. The last one was legit, dude. Because it kind of touched more on technology and like how
really?
the like terrorists like in technology and stuff. Yeah, it was pretty dope.
Well, then I'm like I got a crush on The Rock. So then like The Rock movies, I love watching.
That guy's
The
cool
Rock,
though, man. You know what I watched the other day? It's The Rock, and then my boyfriend. What's my boyfriend's name?
Matt Damon?
No, not Matt Damon.
Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg. So it's The Rock, Mark Wahlberg, And then the guy that plays the Falcon in Marvel.
Oh, Pain and Gain.
Yeah.
Or Pain and Glory or something like that. Yeah. That's a trippy movie,
That
dude.
movies are nuts, dude.
That was the first one where he like you got it. Like I get The Rock. He can be funny too. Like,
yeah.
Because he's funny in that
He's
movie.
funny. He
dude.
plays like a dummy.
Yeah, usually he plays like a too cool.
Yeah,
like,
no, he plays a dummy on that one,
Yeah.
and that movie threw me for a loop because I was not expecting that. I was not.
Yeah, and it just shows how there were like bodybuilders and all that, and then they got into the store.
Pain and Gain. I think it's called Pain and Gain.
Yeah, that's what it was. And
they become like these guys that like con artists, pretty much.
yeah, dude, they move into the guy's house and they try to kill.
They take care of everything.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
that's crazy.
they get him to sign over all his crap, dude, and
So they own everything, his houses and everything. They tortured him.
but then they just show like
they're just so stupid, dude.
like The Rock becomes like this guy who was already an ex-felon, dude, and then
he was a con.
and he starts like getting back into his old drug ways, dude, and he starts talking
He goes
about,
crazy.
He just like the shit he was doing, dude. Yeah, that was a good movie. I like that movie. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I watched that a couple of days ago.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh man.
That's funny. Yeah, and when I started watching like The Rock, like I like the Jumanjis.
I just watched Jumanji not too long ago, the new one.
Yeah, the new ones are
was
good.
good.
Yeah, it was funny.
I was not expecting that either.
No, there was
Because the old Jumanji is very different.
Yeah, very different. That is a really good movie too. The old Jumanji with Robin Williams was fantastic.
See, the thing is, like every time I watch a Robin Williams movie now, I watch it differently because I know what he went through.
Yeah, you kind of see
so
him now.
you
with
see and you
the
can read it.
darkness
You can
of-
read
yeah.
it. You can read the darkness in it, and you can read the pain.
Yeah.
And
Most underrated movie that Robin Williams has been in, even though a lot of people like it, is Mrs. Doubtfire.
didn't
He's
even see that.
hilarious in that movie, dude. There's times where it's like,
I haven't watched that one.
and masterful. Nobody could ever do him again. And it's the genie and Aladdin. Dude. Nobody can ever.
It's,
I saw the new version with and Will Smith.
as much as I love Will Smith, man, it didn't do it for me.
Yeah, it didn't do it for me, dude.
My kids love it because they don't know the old like.
Yeah, if you don't know it, just like the new Lion King, if you don't know it, that movie was like.
I was so disappointed with the new Lion King.
So was
man.
I, but
just like,
but my
what?
niece and nephew loved it, and they saw it differently
make
than
sense,
I did.
man. It's
Yeah, I
just-
didn't. It was kind of like out there for me.
Yeah, it was too.
And but then me and Gabby and Shane were like, well, let's watch the Lion King again. It's been like 10 years.
old
since we
one?
Yeah. So we watch it. That little show is dark, dude. That's a dark show, man. That's a dark movie.
I told you I went to the Pantages Theater and I saw a Lion King and I cried through the freaking musical.
Dang.
I'm a wimp.
Dude, but yeah, action movies. That was my first love of like movies, was that genre right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, back in the day, do you remember The Last Boy Scout?
Oh yeah.
Dude, the beginning scene. Do you remember the opening scene?
Damon Wayans is pretty amazing.
Do you remember the opening
dude.
scene? It's a football. So they're in a football game and it's raining.
Yeah.
And he has the ball. And
Didn't he get his legs sticking
then,
out?
boom.
Oh, that's what it was. He got shot. That's right.
It's nuts, dude.
Yeah, that whole movie was that was who was the other guy? Bruce Willis? Was it Bruce Willis?
I think it was. I may be wrong. It may be Wesley Snipes. I mean, maybe that's why I liked it so much. I love Wesley Snipes, man. It was. I'm pretty sure it was.
I don't remember.
I'm almost positive. Almost. I'm gonna get back to you guys on that one.
Yeah, I don't remember. That's a good one. I'll have to remember that one. I'm pretty good with movies. I can remember a lot of shit about movies, but
You're gonna go look this one up.
I am
though.
gonna look this one up. That's gonna be a little bit.
That was a
trivia
good
for
one,
me.
dude.
Yeah, The Last Boy Scout was pretty awesome. I love that one. Like Total Recall, Terminator.
I like the new Total Recall. I don't like what's his name so much. What's his name?
I hadn't seen the new one.
Yeah, I don't like him that much, but the new one's good. Man.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see the new one.
Yeah, the new one's good.
Sometimes I just refuse.
It's
to
that
see
guy
the
that played
reboots.
what's that Marvel? No, not Marvel. DC Comics. It's from DC Comics.
He played
Bullseye.
Dead-
He played Bullseye.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't remember his
Colin
name.
Farrell.
Colin Farrell. I don't really like him, but he did really well in Total Recall.
I never saw it, so I wish I.
You gotta check it out.
I'll have to look at
Yeah.
it. But like when I first saw the Terminator, it's another one. My dad was like, "Let's go to the movies. I want to go see this movie." I was like, "Do I have to?" But I love movies as a kid, so I was like, all right, I'll go.
The Terminators are still going on now.
Oh my goodness! When I first saw that movie, the first one still kind of stands up, but James Cameron, dude, was amazing because what he did with that movie, you got to think that was like 80s.
Yeah,
that was way ahead of his time.
Way ahead of his time. The same thing he did with Avatar.
Yeah, Avatar too.
I think it took him like 10 or 11 years to make that movie.
Yeah, but come on, get over yourself and make a sequel, dude. The guy's just like...
Yeah, I know.
He's so into
He's just saying that it's like a masterpiece. He doesn't want to touch it.
He doesn't want to touch it.
Yeah.
It's like,
but Jimena watched Avatar.
It's a good movie. Don't get me
was
wrong.
Like,
I mean, it was up for Academy Award.
Yeah,
it was a good
legit.
movie, dude.
It was cool.
You know, that's like, you know, James Cameron is incredible director when it comes to that. I mean, he made Titanic. Come on, it's like,
that's a good movie.
You know, Titanic's a great movie, but come on, you know what I mean? It's like, just think. Do you remember going back to Mexico, going through Baja and seeing like the Titanic there? Dude, they filmed the Titanic in Tijuana.
Are you serious? I didn't
know. Just
that.
outside of Tijuana, and if you go there today, there's still a half a ship out there that they filmed 90% of the film from.
Like maybe 15 years ago? Maybe more. I don't know. I'm old now. Maybe 20. I don't know. Almost to this day, I was in Spain, and I took a cruise ship from... Actually, the other way around. I was in Italy, and I took a cruise ship from Rome to Spain. I was in Madrid, so I took a cruise ship. And when you said, I don't know why, it just like started flooding my brain with like memories. When you said Titanic and being in Baja, and man, it's such a good time. We'll talk about that some other time.
Dang.
It was, I don't know. I'm starting to reminisce. It's like my birthday brings up so many memories, man. And,
well, that's good, man.
I'll tell you that story sometime.
I
can't tell that story today, but I'll tell you sometime.
Happiness for you. Dude, I can go on and on and on and on and on about movies, dude, because I love them so much. People don't even realize, like, the hardest thing in this quarantine for me and my family, dude, we literally, like, went to the movies probably once a week, like, and saw things. And we probably saw things, like, multiple times in the movies. People look at me like, what?
Why are you looking at
Like, I would go to a premiere on Wednesday.
Right.
Me and Shane would go see, like, Endgame or something. But then I'd see it again on Friday. And then I'd see it again on Sunday.
That movie's on Hulu right now.
Yeah, I've already watched it. Dude, there's certain parts of that scenes, like...
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen Endgame?
I started it, but then, you know that the beginning scene where everybody's like...
Fading away. And
well, because they're like...
They're remembering, like, bringing it in.
And then I just stopped it, and then I just didn't go back to it. I had to watch it?
Oh, yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah? All right, I wasn't sure.
Endgame is a great movie. Yeah, so, like, now, like, Shane's genre... There's no big action movies anymore, other than like John Wick.
But Endgame would be what, like sci-fi, right?
Sci-fi, but they still there's a lot of action in it.
Okay.
You know?
I'll check it out.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about Marvel movies. Dude,
I think we're gonna call it. We did like a 3-hour one today.
Yeah, I think you'll probably have to bust this one up.
Yeah, that's all right.
But be good to everybody.
We love you guys. We'll see you guys back soon.
Check us out, Gary and Abel. Podcast on Facebook and IG. Also, I'm Gary H72 on IG.
On IG, SimpleMan0707 and Blackbelt Collective. Look us up.
Yeah, for sure.
We have
Find
an
us
awesome
on
place.
YouTube and check out the next episode.
All right, guys. Peace.
See ya.